Hey guys, how's it going? It is it's time for questions. I am very tired today, so I apologize for not streaming any Catherine or anything like that. Recording any Catherine. It'll be back tomorrow, and then Wednesday we have State of the Game. Thursday probably Catherine. Friday I might be driving home. Um, Maybe Friday I can try to work out the next streaming 101 thing. Um, that sounds good. Let's do that. Sounds good to me. I don't want to commit to anything, but that might be good. Let me turn my phone on silent. Don't want to get any obnoxious text. Anyways, I'm going to be answering questions for a little bit here because I am too tired to play anything right now. Formspring.com/itmeJP. Go ahead and send me some questions, and I will do my best to answer them for the next video. For now, we'll just pull some from I posted on Twitter that I'd be pulling some. So from Anonymous, and when I say anonymous, that's not the person's name. It's actually from someone without a name. So I don't know why I explained that. Hey JP, I was wondering what your take on League of Legends is. Do you still think it can be played competitively like the other MOBAs, or is its skill cap too low? I'm so tired I can't even read. Also, just wondering if you maybe have played some. Would love to have an answer. Look forward to the next State of the Game. My take on League of Legends is there is a fuck ton of people playing that game. And yes, it can be played competitively like other MOBAs. Do I think it's the best one? No. I have my own personal beliefs that Dota 2 is the definitive MOBA. But that's my opinion, and take that for what it's worth. I don't think its skill cap is too low. Sure, it does not have denying in it, but teamwork is always kind of a skill cap that will never exactly have a cap on it. So, have you played some? So back around the time when League of Legends first went into beta, I played it, but then I got a Han beta about 2 days afterwards, and I liked Han's look a little bit better. So I went over and played Han and did not play that much of League of Legends. Since then, the game's just blown up infinitely. I've played maybe 1 or 2 games since then, but not the biggest fan. If I'm going to play a MOBA, I'd much rather play Dota. So yeah, thank you for the question. Let's see here. From Anonymous, I recently bought Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and I'm wondering how much the fighting stick is helping you in any of the other fighting games you've been playing recently. Do you believe it is worth the purchase? Thank you, Dirty Diego. Well, thank you, Dirty Diego, and that was fun playing 1v1 against you the other day in Street Fighter Cross Tekken. But to me, a stick is like the only way to play a fighting game. The reason that I had never really played and always been reluctant to play games in the past, or fighting games in the past, was because I did not have a fighting stick. So now that I have one, games are infinitely more fun. It takes a lot of time to get used to. In fact, I'm still not exactly used to it. I finally figured out like the perfect hold for me, and that's with my pinky held back in the stick right here, so I can use that to nudge forward. It really works well for me, but it takes a lot of time getting used to, more so than I thought it would. So go get a Mad Cat stick. In fact, get the MLG Mad Cat stick. It's pretty good. It's a TE stick. I believe they run about 150. Of course, Street Fighter Cross Tekken has some sticks as well that just came out from Mad Cats. I want to say those are 180. I don't know. Hit up Markman23 on Twitter and ask him what stick he should get and tell him that I sent you. He'd love to hear it. Favorite esports game besides StarCraft 2 from Matthias backwards. So Zeitum works for me. What is my favorite esports game besides StarCraft 2? I've been watching a lot of Street Fighter Cross Tekken, to be honest. I don't really know what it is about that game, but fighting games in general I love watching. The hype that they bring is really, really awesome. I like watching shooters. Quake 3 was a lot of fun to watch back in the day. Yeah, that's my answer. Right now, Street Fighter Cross Tekken back in the day, it was definitely like Quake 3. Never really a big fan of CS, although it was riveting sometimes. Let's see, from Vast Moon. Oh, he already asked this question. He was the one asking about League of Legends. He submitted it 3 times, so thank you, Vast Moon. You're awesome. What the heck? When the heck? Sorry. Does the next state of the game start? Seriously, I can't keep track. So, two things here. I'm trying to get better about getting that messaging out, but it actually is going to be on Wednesday at 10 Eastern, 9 Central. You can do the time zone conversions or whatever on your own. We're trying to get more normal about it, and we're also going to be doing a lot of episodes in the future. For example, I think I'm going to the Lone Star Clash to do an episode on Sunday if everything works out live from that event. And then we'll be doing one on Thursday live from MLG, probably in the hotel room. So, yeah, look for that. It'll be on the State of the Game Twitch TV channel. I don't know when that'll be time-wise. We're still kind of working that out. So, sorry for being kind of shitty with the scheduling and with the time and the announcements or everything. But the VODs are up as soon as it happens. You can get those at itmeJP.com. From C. Koi, I guess? C. Koi, something like that. He wants to know, why are you so damn freaking awesome? I don't know. I'm kind of myself. Thank you for thinking that I'm freaking awesome. I don't have an answer for you though. It's really I don't know how to respond when people ask me or say things like that. I guess just thank you. You're awesome and keep supporting me. What do you think of State of the Dose? Dose? A new talk show similar to State of the Game where they discuss the game and news. The first show got around 150 viewers with no advertising. I'm flattered that more and more people are starting to take the talk show thing that the State of the Game kind of is and repeat it. I'm fine with them using the name. State of the League does it. Whatever. I don't really care too much. So, yeah. That's it. Woo, I already answered that. Let's see. Next question from Anonymous. Who is your favorite Mass Effect character and why? Probably Rex, because he says Shepard. And I haven't played Mass Effect 3, didn't really play all that Mass Effect 2, but I listened to a lot of Giant Bomb podcasts, and the Shepard thing always made me laugh a lot. So, yeah, I need to get up on that game. See Kelly with another, why are you so damn freaking awesome? Thanks, man. Let's see. Here we go from Freenix. Sorry. From Freenix, have you ever played the board game Twilight Imperium? If no, you should check it out. It's Risk plus StarCraft equals love. Thank you for all your hard work and keep the videos coming, sir. Thank you, Freenix, for supporting me. And no, I have not played that game. Day9 plays a lot of board games, though. Maybe I'll ask him if he's played it. And if so, I might even see if he wants to play or two. So thanks for the suggestion. I'm competing in my first tournament over at MLG Cebus, Mortal Kombat 9. Any tips for a first-time competitor to be on top of my game and not be overwhelmed by the whole production? Love, Frothy Omen. Try to figure out a way to zone it all out. I would say, if possible, if you don't need game sound, just put on some music really loud. It'll help you kind of stop hearing all the noises, help you focus. At least that's what I would do. The biggest thing with productions and things like that, and just, you have to try to make it feel like you're at home, so you play when you're super comfortable. That's one of the things that I hear a lot of programmers saying, is that you want to make it feel like you're playing from your living room or from your bedroom. And because of that, you just play ultimately better. So figure out a way to make sure that you're not going to be affected by the noises, by the production, by the amount of people. And to me, music would be that way to solve that. But like I said, I've never really been a huge competitor at these things. I've always been working them. And being at so many of the events now, I can literally just zone them all out. Just kind of get in the zone. Thank you, though, for the question. From Anonymous, if you knew what happened during Total Biscuit's Mono Battles tournament, specifically Huck's Rage, could you briefly explain for those that have missed it? If not, could this be a future topic for State of the Game? It was something to do with the losers bracket. Like, Huck's tweet was that the tournament organizer didn't know how losers bracket works or something. I didn't understand it. I didn't really read too much into it because it was a mono battles tournament. So I don't know. I would tweet at Total Biscuit and ask him what his thoughts are on it, because I don't really have any answer for you. I just realized you can see my monitor. That's kind of creepy. You're looking at all my porn, man. Stop looking at my porn. It's not nice. Here we go, from Anonymous. Will MLG be releasing a new membership deal soon, mentioned previous to the winter arena by Adam? And if so, will it be the actual best that MLG offers? Full access, no better deal, no need to pay for more features. I am not really sure what's going on with our premium content. I would tweet at Mr. MLG Adam for that, or at Kyle McGee, M-A-G-E-E. He is the head of our premium content, and kind of the direction that that's going. So I'm not too sure where that's really headed or when that's scheduled to hit, but tweet at one of them for more information. I'm sorry I couldn't help you more. From Arkeen 1012, have you asked out the new girl next door yet? No, I have not. I actually have not seen her. She could probably hear me talking about it right now, so that's a little weird. Thank you for making this awkward. But yeah, I don't know. We also have Miss Texas in this apartment complex. It's a pretty good apartment complex, I must say. From Leaf Zero, when is MLG Anaheim? You know, I don't know. I think it's been said. I think you can Google it and figure it out. But I don't know. I'm pretty bad when it comes to schedules outside of like the next 2 or 3 weeks, because there's so much stuff going on that I have to do. For example, on Friday I'm driving home to San Antonio, and then I'm driving to Austin on Sunday, and then I'm driving back to Galveston on Monday. On Tuesday I'm flying to Columbus. On Monday I'm flying somewhere else, then driving to Boston 11 days later. Then in Boston at PAX, after PAX is over, I'm flying back home, and then I might have to go to New York right after that. Or I might be going from Boston to New York. I'm not really sure, but my schedule is kind of crazy, so I don't have the privilege of knowing exactly where I'm going to be a month in advance. So I don't know when MLG Anaheim is, though. Sorry I cannot help you out, Leaf Zero, but again, tweet at Mr. MLG Adam. He could probably help you out. From Anonymous, hey JP, what is your opinion on about charity StarCraft 2 tournaments? Do you think they are a good idea? Would professional players and casters support them? If not, how could one game support for one? Yeah, charity StarCraft tournaments are awesome. I think streamathons are better, to be honest. Being on there for like 24 hours, something that programmers have done like TLO and Chef. I think they actually went head-to-head. Or no, that was Chef and Destiny is who that was. But they've all done a lot of streaming, so... Didn't Total Biscuit do something charity-wise? I'm not sure. I think they're awesome, though, as long as it goes towards a good good charity. Then, yeah. Professional players and caster would probably support them if we weren't so busy. I know that sounds kind of shitty, but we're busy people, man. If not, how could one gain support for one? I would say just posting on Reddit. People are pretty receptive over there. If it's a good idea or a good project or a good thing that people want to get behind, then they probably would. So I would say reach out to Reddit. I just had a 1-800 number call me. New question. That was from The Giant Gnome. A lot of people submit questions twice. I don't really know why that happens. From Anonymous, if you had to leave MLG and take a job at any other esports league in the world, which would you choose and why? You know, if I left MLG, I would probably wait a month or two and kind of look to see what else is out there and decide who I would want to go with. Hell, I might even go and work for a team or something like that. I don't really know. It'd be fun to go over to Korea, possibly work for someone over there like GSL or something like that. I don't know. I would have to wait probably a month or 2 or 3 and kind of scope out what else is going on. So I don't actually have I don't have an answer for you. I am quite sorry, but to be honest, I do not know. They left me a voicemail. Let's see. What do you think of Lucero's new haircut? I think it's the reason he's losing. I'm not fond of it. He needs to let his hair grow back out, and it's never going to be that long for quite some time. So, Lucero, you done messed up, kid, and you need to let your hair grow back out. That's why you're losing, clearly. Have you ever thought of mixing, from Anonymous, have you ever thought of mixing things up and having different hosts/guests on your State of the Game podcast? I remember your WoW podcast being very entertaining, and I think something is lost when it comes to your StarCraft 2 podcast. I've thought about it. The State of the Game's always been kind of a core fundamental group of In Control, Tyler, Day9, and most recently Artosis, and it's fine when one or two of those guys are missing every other episode or every 2 or 3 episodes, but the way that the schedules are working right now, it's literally every episode because we're just so busy between the 5 of us. Like we're always going somewhere else that so-and-so can't make the show. We need to become more regular with it, I know, but it's very hard. I've thought about it. I think bringing on Katz has been a fun addition to the show. I really like him when he's on the show. QXZ, I think he's actually coming on the show Wednesday, so that's going to be fun. I think he'll come on after Orb. We'll probably start the show off with the Orb and just get that out of the way. So, yeah, I think that we might do it. I try to mix it up as much as possible, but a lot of the times the North American scene has been kind of exhausted when it comes to people on State of the Game, so I need to break into the European scene a little bit more, and that's quite hard when it comes to scheduling. From the God Emperor, what is your opinion on the direction game developers/publishers are taking by releasing games and then charging you $10 for pieces that are already on the disc and that should have been on the game originally? I think it's bullshit, and I don't think I'm alone in that. It's really shitty that they're doing that, but business-wise, I mean, I can see why they're doing it because people still buy it. I mean, if people didn't buy it, then they probably wouldn't do it. So it kind of falls on a lot of the people out there that, dare I say, the idiots out there that buy into a lot of that stuff. Sure, it's the only way you can get it, but if you don't support something and they don't make money off of it, then they're going to stop doing it. So I really think it's completely ridiculous that Capcom shipped that game, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and there's like 14 characters on the disc, and if you download it or whatever and have a modded 360, you can already play them. It's really upsetting. It's really upsetting to see and hear that, but what can you do besides not buy it? Some guy going off about K-pop not being StarCraft 2 related. I don't want to talk about that right now. Thank you, though. Here we go. From Anonymous. You have pretty hairy arms. Yes, I do. Are you as hairy as Day9? If so, why don't you always talk about it like him? Also, please take your shirt off. Seriously, all your adoring fans want to see your glorious torso. Kind of weird. I do believe Sean is the hairier one between us. He's also the tanner one. I'm pretty white. I mean, look at my face. It's got the afterglow of the monitors on me, but I'm pretty white, man. Pretty white guy, but he definitely wins in the hair award or whatever. That sounds kind of weird. Let's just move on, guys. This didn't happen. Next question from Anonymous. I don't know if I'm going to like this one. I kind of read it a little bit. JP, you work for MLG, so please help with this issue. Extended series in the grand finals is not fair for the winner bracket player. If the loser bracket player wins, then he instantly gains a 1-2 game advantage at the extended. This series should be reset. I can't help with that. It's on John Nelson. I mean, I agree with what John Nelson's doing, and he has his reasonings for it that I've heard, but I don't dare restate them because I don't want to have them worded wrongly. And I also believe that we just changed our finals to a best of 5 extended best of 9. So, yeah. Let's see. Here we go. Next question from Love JP. Love you too. Love your work, JP. Love you for more answering from the question. How hairy is your chest? Can we see? This is going to become a thing. I'm either going to have to start lifting or I'm going to have to start showing you my chest. And right now, yeah, I don't know. From Matachup, love your stuff, JP. If you could address an assembly of people equivalent to the largest MLG audience, including online, without fear of any kind, public speaking, consequences, etc., what would you say or talk about? I guess I don't know. I'd probably talk about how the culture, the Reddit culture, and the Team Liquid culture of um, starting these crazy things and calling sponsors, kind of like what happened with Orb, is a little bit ridiculous, and that doesn't it actually hurts esports, to be honest, because we're still a growing industry. And for you to reach out to the sponsors putting money into the industry instead of just letting the community kind of deal with the problem itself, because I'm pretty sure if no one messaged or emailed or tweeted or did whatever they did to the sponsors of EG, Orb probably still would have been quote-unquote fired or let go or whatever the wording they used. But the fact that you contacted their sponsors, it hurts. It hurts in the long run. It did a lot more damage than what was needed. I feel like that as an industry we can deal with those problems internally, and we can weed out the bad eggs. We can make sure that people don't fuck up. We don't have to hurt money coming in, because I mean, who knows if EG actually lost money because of that, or what type of pressure they were under. I sure don't. Maybe they'll come out and say it eventually if they're interviewed or something like that. But that's what I would talk about. I'd probably just open up Reddit right there in the middle of the symposium or speaking or whatever you want to call it, and just look at the number one thing, and it'll probably be something really silly that doesn't need to be there. You know, any given day you can open it up and you'll read some weird fan fiction or some shit that someone said years ago, and they'll get accounted for it today. And sure, that's going to happen, but should it? No. Like, it's fucked up that things like that happen. But I guess that's just, maybe that's the nature of the beast, or maybe that's just a cop-out to saying it really shouldn't happen. And it's one of the saddest things, I think, right now. So I'll get off my soapbox and let's move on to the next question. Proto923. Hey JP. How's it going, Proto? Was there any moment from the MLG 2011 season that happened behind the scenes or off camera that summed up your love for esports? Like that one moment that left you proud to be a part of esports or gave you the chills? There was a moment when Boxer was playing someone, and it meant that if he won the game, he would go on to play Idra on stage, I think. And it was down to the wire. It was a Zerg player. It might have been Losira. Oh man, I don't remember who it was. But the story is that me and MLG Lee were watching it, and we were both really anxious, really nervous. We both wanted Boxer to win. We wanted that kind of big match of Idra versus Boxer on stage, and he ended up winning at the very last second. Incredibly close game. As soon as he won, for whatever reason, me and Lee kind of like looked at each other, and we literally embraced each other and spun around in a circle and jumped because we were so happy. And that moment I was like, yeah, I'm a nerd. This guy's a nerd. Everyone else out there going fucking ape shit, they're nerds too, and we don't really give a shit. We're watching people play StarCraft, and we're excited about it. And that was one of those moments that I think I'll never forget, embracing Lee and jumping in a circle with him over StarCraft 2. And you can tweet at him, let him know that. Please don't, though. Thank you for that question, though, Proto. JP from Modest22. JP, I went to MLG Columbus last year. I was lucky and got to meet you Sunday morning as you were quickly making your way to the back of the venue. This year, can you schedule some time to meet with your fans? You have more than you think. From Modest22. I will try. We do have autograph sessions a lot for Day9 and Nick and Dan and I think Weed's been up there too. I've been up there sometimes, but in Columbus, I don't think I did one, or we didn't do them in general. I love doing them, and to be honest, if you stop me and I have time, I will sign an autograph. I have no problem with that whatsoever. The thing that gets really weird is sometimes when you do that, a circle kind of forms, and a lot more people try to stop you, and that's, I hate telling people no. That's one of the worst things I think that I've actually done before, and I felt horrible telling people, hey, sorry, I have to run backstage, but it's just, that's my job, guys, and I feel really shitty about that. So I will try to make some of those autograph signing sessions, and I'd love to meet you guys if we can. But like I said, I do work full time at these events. If I'm not casting, I'm doing a lot more than just that. Actually, I wouldn't mind like recording a day of me at the MLG events, just so you guys can kind of see what goes on. That would be fun. Thank you for your question, though. Okay, from Super Gay Fun Time. If you were in a situation in which you had to compete against several other people to eat the most pizza rolls, how many pizza rolls do you think you could ingest before you gave up? The price for losing is death. I could probably eat like 9 or 10. If death is the price, I'd probably throw up, but 9 or 10. It's an interesting question. I don't know what the answer symbolically means. Maybe that I'm fat, or that I eat a lot. I don't know. Weird question. Thank you, though. From Anonymous, how do you feel about the True Dong winning Code S? What? Subsequently, how do you feel when the True Cheyenne replies the True Dong post? Do you find either of these occurrences glorious? P.S. Thanks for the videos, Anonymous. I don't know who the True Cheyenne is. The True Dong is Dong Ragu. The True Cheyenne, I have no fucking idea. So I'm glad he finally won a final. This is probably a troll post that I'm just missing. But yeah, I don't have an answer. Alright, one more question since one just came in. Why is State of the Game so full of fluff now? More of the actual State of the Game, please. So, there's this thing on State of the Game where, sure, we can talk about the game. And we love talking about the game. We actually do quite a lot. But, as people in the community, I feel like we are in a unique situation where we can actually give our opinions, and a lot of people want to know them. It's actually not as fluff as you think. We are pretty... The only thing that I'm fluffy about, so to speak, is probably things pertaining to MLG. But what I do is I say, hey guys, I work for MLG. I can't actually answer this question. Jeff, could you please answer this question? And usually what he says is on point and I actually agree with. But I can't come out and say, Jeff, you're right. You know, that's fucked up that we do this. But I'm going to agree with them at the end of the day. So I think that the idea of fluff gets thrown around when a lot of people don't understand or have a hard time understanding exactly what we're doing on the show. The reason that I do bring so many people on, and the reason that we're bringing Orb on, is because we want to give our opinion on it. We want to make sure that the community knows what went on and how we feel about it. And to be honest, we want to give Orb a chance to speak up for himself. You know, I want to know, why did he lie to Scott? I mean, that to me is the bigger issue here. The fact that he went and lied for himself. Sure, the whole like racism thing comes into play, but I mean that's just he's not a racist, guys. He was raging. It happens. These words just pop into your mind sometimes when you're upset and you don't fucking know what you're saying, and it just comes out, and then you realize, oh, I probably shouldn't say that. That was fucked up. But I mean, the big thing to me is that he lied. He's not a racist. I'm sure he was just raging. It happens. I don't agree with what he said, but I don't fault him so far as losing his job for that. What I do fault him for is not owning up to it. That's the messed up part to me, and I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate for that, but that's how we're going to end this episode. So please remember to subscribe, guys. It helps me a lot. Just click subscribe at the top right now. Go do it. I can wait. Don't worry. I'm still going to be here. And yeah, go subscribe. Formspring.com/itmeJP. Thank you for sending in questions, and let me know what you guys want to see. Please comment as well. It helps me a lot when you guys drop comments on things. Let me know what you think and all that shit. So I'm out. I'm very tired. Oh god, it's only 9. I shouldn't go to sleep yet, but I might. We'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace. Now it's that awkward moment where I can't say anything, but I'm going to cut off my video. Here we go. I'm cutting myself off in the middle of